I think I'm live. I got to double check. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday night. As everybody can see that's watching, obviously you're not listening. I could actually, I probably could. I don't know if it's going to mess up, wrong one. I don't know if it's going to mess up my stream, though. Whoop, sorry. Where am I going here? No, thank you. I don't know what I just did. I thought that I had, what is that? I thought that I did, let me see something here really quick. Last minute brain popping situation, folks. I thought I did, but I don't, apparently. Oh, wait, no, wait, do I? What? Nope. I thought that I had the Spreaker app on my computer here to where I could have streamed live over to Spreaker. But I only got a little bit of time, and then I got to roll. Hey, what up, Jamie? Yo, Leslie, what's going on? I changed the microphones. I got the sexy microphone. I got the Ron Phillips voiceover microphone. Getting ready to rock and roll here, kids, in about 2 minutes. All right, let me just do this. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Time.net. That's a thing. It's a real thing. It's an online clock. Yes, it is. All right. That's what I was doing. I'll get back to you now. Where's everybody? Boom. All right. There we go. What up, Jason? Jamie Christopher, Mary Mansfield. Yo, Doug Stack. How you doing? We're ready to rock and roll. We have, what is it? 703 what? 703:30? Too late to look it up. That's what I'm going. I'm going 703:30. We're going to rock and roll. Rocky forgot about me. No, I didn't, Leslie. You were the first one. Hey, Ron, hold on. Oh, I got to go. Ron, stop, dude. Move over. Get off my knees. Phillips. All right, we got 9 seconds. Let's do it. Come on. Rock and roll.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
Ron, damn it! Get away from my kneecaps. Son of a bitch. All right, there you go. Oh, much better. Folks, what's going on? Friday night, right here, Abnormal Realities. I changed the microphone and it sounds different in my ear holes. And I think, there we go. Oh, I can feel it in my chest. Yeah, as you guys can see, we are at the Meatball Bunker, a.k.a. Misfit Studios, a.k.a. my bedroom. Anyways, that was dumb. Ron is man, I got concerns, okay? First, Ron was super mean to me last night on the program. I just want to get that right off. You know, let's just start this show right. He hurt my feelings, so after the show, you know, we had to talk and hug, you know, and things like that. No, I'm just kidding. Pretty wild show, man. I went home angry. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn it, Phillips. I mean, you want to believe nothing. I don't even want to. I couldn't believe it. So I started sending Phillips a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, you guys, everybody in this world, believe what you want. That is 100% cool. And I'm talking about the conversation Ron and I had last night in regards to, those planes that spray things and condensation and chem trail thingies. Only thing that I was trying to do, or I try to do, isn't to try to convince anybody to think any specific way they don't want to think, but just think outside the norm of what they do think, right? Don't think something is so far off the wall that it's not worth at least looking into. You cannot formulate, any situation, you can't formulate an opinion unless you know the entirety of a story, right? That's what you would like to think. But anyways, Brother Ron, man, he went, he had that elbow thing. Honestly, I know he don't like to say things, but I guarantee you something, that the reason his elbow acts up is because, Ron used to be an old school brawler, and he may have or may not have maybe hammered a couple people in the forehead a couple times. He don't want to say it, but I'll say it. I don't care. What's up, Brother Sean Phillips? So Ron went and got a hold of a doctor, talked to a doctor right after the show last night. And I said, Ron, dude, you just need to stop elbow smashing son of a bitches in the face, bro. You just need to calm down. Just namaste, bitches. Just give people hugs. And the doctor gave him this antibiotic. I can't remember the name of it. Lisa knew what it was because Lisa had to take it one time, and it's super strong. So he ate, he did everything by the rule book, right? And he just got a really bad upset stomach from it. So he called me up, says, dude, I'm pooping a lot. I'm farting a lot. It's like I can taste the air in my studio. And I says, brother, listen, man, I love you, bro. I really do. I said, I just don't want to come over and taste the air in your studio. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to taste it. I'm not feeling that. I'm just not in the mood. It's been a long week, bro. I don't want to chew air. So I'm kidding about that part. Oh, look at this. He said he destroyed my entertainment center when I lied to him at a young age. Sean, dude. Yeah, I got some stories in regards to growing up. I remember one time I gave my dad a dirty look. That's it. I don't even think it was a dirty look. It was more like a shock. I was in shock in regards to that situation. And I was just like, oh, what? And good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I went to sleep. I sure did. Best thing that ever happened to me, because that's what made me a man. You know what I mean? So anyways, Ron, man, we love you, dude. We really do. I'm just playing. Ron really isn't under my desk. Are you? Ron really is not stinking up the studio. For some reason, I feel like I had to say that. He's just got a really bad gut from super strong antibiotics. So, brother, we love you, man. Get better, bro. I'm thinking maybe I want to suggest, maybe some counsel to Brother L. Filippio. Maybe get some salts. You got a big ass bathtub, brother. Huge. You can almost swim laps in it. Dude, just drench that thing with some of those salts, those body salts. Get the really pretty smelling stuff because, it touches your emotions and it brings things out. You know what I mean, bro? And soak in the bathtub, brother. Light some candles and let that salt just cleanse you away, man. It's a restart, redo. I recommend that for a lot of people, actually. Maybe even me. So, I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I really do. We're going to finish tonight. I'm trying not to look at the chat room because that's when my ADHD kicks in. But I want to finish up tonight in regards to a couple different conspiracies. And again, believe what you will, do what you will, look at things the way you will. If we're not willing to as a society, and that's the only point I was trying to say to Ron last night. If we're not willing to, as a society, think outside the norm, and know for a fact that there are companies out there and their sole job and purpose is to protect corporations by attacking entities that may counter some of those corporations or individuals or political parties, any of it. If we constantly accept things as the norm, and this is like for real, I mean, if that's what makes your life better and easier and keeps you in that safe space in your mind, I mean, that's cool. And I don't know why I continue to put myself in these dumbass freaking rabbit holes, because then I go through phases and then I get mad at the world and then I get mad at societies. I get mad at people. And then you just sit back and you're like, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy to steer the minds of an entire freaking planet. And now with social media and the source and abundance of information, it allows for misinformation, misleading information. It leads to an abundance of information to where you don't know which direction to go with it. You have these people that we would like to say are credible people, and they distribute information, and the majority of societies believe that these people, companies, organizations are the legitimate source, because otherwise they won't be on TV. And for the majority of society, that is reality. What they see, including shows, TV shows, documentaries, the news, that's the real world. And what's outside of that is maybe going to a restaurant every once in a while, going to work every single day, and just living this mechanical life. And somewhere in there, we're supposed to figure out a way to say, hell yeah, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I don't know who I am, but I kind of think I do, because they're teaching me how to do that. I don't know. It doesn't sound like fun to me. There's a difference in living a life, even if it's detachment, through detachment, but truly understanding you as more than just what you were taught to understand yourself as. Understanding yourself at a deeper level than what maybe modern society. I mean, a deep level to a lot of people in modern society is going to church on Easter. You know what I mean? Or going to Sunday Mass. They don't look deeper than that. They go pray a little bit. They go rejoice a little bit. They go get donuts and coffee after church, talk behind people's backs, go back out into the world, go watch some football. Got to go to bed early that night. Early day, got to go to work. And then come home, eat dinner, watch your two favorite TV shows, do a little social media, and go to bed. And wake up and go to work, and it's your life. And that's okay. That's okay as long as through the process, there's an identity not just of self, but an identity of reality versus manufactured realities. And when I say manufactured realities, I'm not trying to say anything beyond anything conspiratorial. I'm just saying that, when you look at life, if you just step out of our world and just kind of like you're part of a TV audience and you're watching it, and you look at issues and current issues and common issues, and this is all kind of in regards to why I'm bringing this up and what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a robotic, selfless life, right? Okay, here, I'm going to do this real quick before we get into it. Because society's broke. And I think sometimes, because I know when I got a lot of stuff on my mind and I'm pushing really hard and things are really weird, I can't think. I sit there and I got to hurry up and figure things out, because If I don't handle business right away and I start cluttering this, I realize that from a offensive standpoint, that's where you are supposed to be, right? Not the opposite. So we all get distracted in the stupid. Okay. I saw something though on I can't remember what site it was. And it was kind of cool. And I want to share it with you guys. So I go downstairs and I go, hey, Rocky. He's sitting there holding the dog because Lisa's cleaning the dog's teeth. Dog thought that Lisa was trying to slowly murder her to death. You know, just trying to clean teeth. That's all she's trying to do. She ain't trying to cut your tongue out. She ain't trying to stab you in the back of the throat. But if you don't shut up, I'm going to tell you something. And that's Skeletor. That's our little, really ugly ass Chihuahua. But, you know, one of those dogs that are so ugly, you know, she's cute. So I said, I need a $20 bill. And Jason Goki says, Rocky, my dad always said, take off the horse binder, son. Look at the whole picture. That's a fact, brother. Sean Phillips, question everything you weren't ever taught. And then I'm telling you, I mean, that's spot on. And that's where I was just saying last night with the whole conversations in regards to atmospheric injections. There's actually a professional term that the universities use and the CIA uses. Forward to some of the stuff to Brother Phillips today. Let me see if I can just find it really quick. There's a specific term. It's called stratospheric aerosol injection. And when you type it into searches like that, you get a whole different type of searches. And it goes to some pretty credible sources. A lot of universities that have been involved in this. And so, you know, just we can't be so solid on one opinion if we don't understand the other, you know, anything outside of that. But so I saw this and I had to go get $20 from my son. And they're looking at me like I'm robbing a freaking bank. You know, I don't ever carry cash on me. I just don't. It's so I says, hey, do you got any cash, like paper money on you? And he's like, yeah. I says, well, I need something. You know, what do you got? Because I said, I want to do something for the show. And so he was going to give me a $1 bill. I said, no, that ain't going to work. You know, because I said, I'm trying to do something here. And a $1 bill will kind of be like prostitute level, you know? So Lisa's looking at me and she's like questioning me. Like I got like these things going on. Like I'm ready to get in the car and go to the casino and take $20 of my son's money. And I'm like, what's going on? What the? My God, and this is my life. But anyways, after we roughed each other up and I got the $20 that I'm going to be giving back to my son, which was the whole intent. You know, I can try to go out the back window. I'm not going to try to go out the back window, you know, after I do the show and run to the gas station, buy a whole bunch of gobstoppers, $20 worth. But I saw this video and it was this one girl. I don't even know her name. Big girl, looked like she was some kind of athlete, works out. Been through a lot in life. She started out this video with the $20 bill. Some of you might have seen it. And she kind of starts explaining her life. And so while she explains her life, you know, she says she grabs this one situation that happened in her life. Okay, so she folds that corner of the $20 bill. You know, and then, oops, you know what? I became addicted to drugs, right? So I'm going to start bending that over here. And, you know, with the addiction to drugs, you know, you're going to make this mistake and you're going to make this mistake and you're going to make this mistake. Oh, well, shit. Now you just did something real stupid. So then that's going to be a bigger fold because now you got to go to freaking jail. You know what I mean? Relationship issues, divorces, bad finance, you know, your whole life. It's like from birth until we start progressing into the world, you know, we hurry up and graduate. And then you have a big tragedy and it breaks you. You know what I mean? When you live in a society, and I got this $20 bill right here. It was a brand new bill. And he questioned me about what I was going to do with the bill. And I said, it's going to be wrinkly. We're always taught to be broke. We're always taught to, and again, I know, you know what? I can go over on time a little bit tonight if I have to, because there's a huge point to everything I'm saying here. And all this will come together in the second segment. But we're programmed in this world to be broken. That is a fact. I don't care what your political views are, what your global views are. The way we are raised in today's society, especially with all the technology, we're raised differently in this country, and we should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing us to get to this point. 80,000 thoughts a day. 80,000 thoughts a day a human has. You right there. On average, you have 80,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of those 80,000 thoughts are negative. 80,000. And then you start thinking about all the people around you. We talked about these things, man. We talked about the power of the mind. We talked about like the rice experiment and the ice experiment and how literal thought changes your atmosphere. And what you put out is what you're giving to people that you probably love the most. You're being toxic to not just your well-being in your body, but to people around you. And a lot of that has to do with how we allow our minds to stay hypnotized into what is happening in society, what we see on TV. Every which way we turn a look, we are being judged. We are being ridiculed, mocked. Conspiracy theorists, depending on your political views, there's major separation within our political system and getting worse and worse. So we're being conflicted with a lot of things right now, especially in our world. You know what? And I can't help but not accept them for what they say it is on most of just about everything. I don't know if that's a fault of mine. But when we live in this world of toxicity and people getting caught up in this thing we call life, and us investing mentally and physically and emotionally in so many other people's business that has nothing to do with us. Hence social media. Anybody be to Twitter lately? Anybody go read any of those political threads on Twitter? Do you not see the savagery in some of the people's posts on Twitter? And that's accepted. That's normal society. That venomous, vile hatred. And you know what? It keeps you dumb. It keeps you stupid. And it turns you into a savage. Think about that. Think about that. Because we're going into the next segment and all this is going to come together. But so while we're trying to fight through this world and all the things that we experience in life, all of a sudden we just become crumbled, right? We just become crumbled. We're folded and we're wrinkled. We're beat up. We're hurt. We're bent. We try to be accepted. But then you just open it. And I think this is the most profound part, is that pristine $20 bill isn't pristine anymore. It's not. It's wrinkled, it's beat up, it's bent. I can do it again. And then I can open it up again, right? It's still that $20 bill. I'm going to, third time, taking another ass whooping. And this is every aspect of your life. And you open it back up. But the most important thing is no matter what this $20 bill looks like, no matter how many wrinkles is in this $20 bill, no matter how many curves, and even if it gets cut up, it don't matter. Because the value is the exact same. And every little bend and every little curve and every little wrinkle in this $20 bill is just showing me that you have more wisdom than your average folk. So even though we think sometimes our value in life changes because we allow the idiocy of people around us who feel like it's their responsibility to mock and ridicule the lifestyle and choices of other people, we allow that to beat us up. We allow that to wrinkle us. But the unfortunate part is a lot of people lose their value in that process, right? And damn, man, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. So I just want everybody, no matter what we ever talk about, no matter whatever rabbit hole we go down, no matter what comical bits we choose to do, man, we're just trying to be our own people. We're just trying to think for ourselves. We're just trying to understand life, the world, the universe, existence. It's kind of a wild ride, you know? And through that process, you actually find your worth to be more valuable than that $20 bill. And that value isn't monetary. It's not even physical, right? Because that self-awareness, conscious thing, and understanding beyond the norms of reality and being able to formulate the world for what it truly represents is one of the most rewarding journeys I think anybody in life could ever go through. Because being a survivor is a very big deal. It's a very, very, very big deal. Whew. How did I go there? Interesting. All right, check it out. We're just about ready to come up to the commercial break. Kathy in the Berg, what's going up, girl? Am I missing some conversations? I probably have traces of cocaine. Oh, hey, let me see. I'm telling you, see, that's thinking outside the box. I'm telling you, because it's weird, because I think of that too. Anyways, boy, do I got some fireside stories for you, brother. Again, folks, no Ron tonight. He took that antibiotic and it just kind of hurtled him up a little bit. So I think he's at home right now doing some push-ups, sit-ups, possibly sitting in, the bathtub or something. You know, who knows what he's doing? But I hope he's watching or listening because we love you, brother. So anyways, that's it. I'm just going to try to kill this time. Don't forget. Oh, by the way, check it out right here. I just made this for our girl. I know she's working right here. I made this for Miss Audrey. I don't know if you guys are getting, check that out. You know, that shit looks good. Audrey needed a tumbler made for the Blue Alien Society. I'm telling you, between the tumblers, between Insane Custom Tumblers and Romika Designs, man, we're taking sexy over. I'm telling you that 100%. There's nothing we can't make for you. You're a business, you're a company, no matter what you are. We can do bulk orders, we can do wholesale. We also have an announcement coming up probably within a couple weeks. All part of this. Anything you need, kids, you just let us know. RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. What the hell's going on with me? All right, Ron Phillips is in the bathroom. We're going to go take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to get down to some CIA experiments on how they changed the way you guys think. I love the hell out of you guys. Be right back. Stand by.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at RomikaDesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@RomikaDesigns.com, or visit us on the web at RomikaDesigns.com.
Abnormal realities.
Bro, why are you feeling that energy right now?
It's a pretty good energy I'm feeling right now. I'm just saying.
Dude, Tinkerbell had a crush on.
On what?
Dude, she was always wearing like tiny skirts.
She was wearing tiny skirts.
Do you think that was subliminal?
Of course it was. It's Disney. Come on. Everybody knows Disney's subliminal.
What?
Yeah, dude. The front of the Little Mermaid VHS case. Come on, there's a big old wiener on it.
What?
Not even joking.
Show us right now. Where?
What?
On where?
On the old Little Mermaid case.
Okay.
You search wiener on Little Mermaid case.
Wiener on. I ain't even playing.
You let me know if you don't see a big old thing right on the front of that case.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm
Just
stressed.
pull one up. Look at the tower.
Abnormal Realities
I hate that I knew that. Damn it.
with Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Oh, I almost forgot where my buttons were at. Oh, you know, I'm a little rusty. I'm a little bit rusty. Folks, welcome back. Second segment. Abnormal Realities. I am the emotional meatball Rocci Stucci, broadcasting from the Misfit Studios right here in Texas. Now, I think today got to about 75 degrees. And damn it, it's supposed to get down to almost like freezing weather. Like we may get a little dust of snow. You know what I mean? What I'm talking about. Just kidding. Yeah, so I guess that's something that, you know, you got to learn about Texas. Yeah, I'm still learning, you know. I'm gonna transplant. I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze, Rocky. Don't sneeze on the radio. So apparently in the wintertime in Texas, you know, weather kind of does its thing, right? It's one day it's gonna be 30 degrees and stupid, right? And if it gets below 30, people get kind of stupid. You know what I'm talking about? They kind of lose their shit. I'm just saying. You know, I remember when I moved down here, I think I announced it a year ago within like today, tomorrow, or yesterday, a year ago. I announced that this thing happened and I got to move to Texas. I got down here. You guys remember all this. And it was right before that damn ass snowstorm. Whoa. Sorry. It was right after they had a little bit of snow and it was kind of chilly. You know what I mean? It was 27 below zero wind chill when I left up north a year, you know, in February. Yeah, it's shit a year ago. As a matter of fact, I'll get something in my memories here coming up within the next few days of me getting in the vehicle and driving down. It was 27 below freaking wind chill. I get down here and it's like freaking 20 and they got 2 inches of snow. Power's down. People, I mean, everything. It was apocalyptic. I don't know any other way to put it. We finally found a Walmart, you know, and I didn't know my way around town. My hotel power was out. Water lines were broke. I had to take an ice cold shower. I had to. Can only go so long without, you know, cleaning your ass. You know what I mean? It gets a little uncomfortable. Can't be doing laundry because I ain't got no water. You know, it was rough. I had my baby with me. Kids were up north. They were good. They were warm. They had power. It's really weird. But, you know, Texas has their own grid, so they kind of control their own thing. And I get down here, and I'm like, what's the problem? You know? But anyways, during the wintertime, it gets super hot. It could get up to 80 degrees, 70 degrees. I think today was like 73, 74. It was beautiful. And tonight, it's going to drop 50 freaking degrees. Just like that. Gone. 50 degrees. Bye-bye. And it's going to be like that all weekend. And then Monday, it's going to be 65. Don't get it. Kind of reminds me of like people's emotional state. You know what I mean? So anyways, I want to welcome everybody over to the YouTube chat. Dougie, how's that kid who was bothering you playing baseball outside your makeshift hotel? Basketball. Dude, you remember that, Dougie? I couldn't think right. You know what I mean? It was literally, every time I heard that ball bounce at 11 o'clock at night, it was like somebody eating soup with their teeth, you know? You notice how I changed the way I talk when I started talking about this stuff? Because, you know, I'm trying to actually control what I say. But, yeah, so that guy, I'll never forget him. Didn't like him at all. So, in the first hour, I don't even know what I talked about. Can't even remember. But then I talked about society being broken, the human mind. There was a guy, now I'm getting into some of these topics here, right, to talk about some of these different training techniques that the government has worked on to sway the way you think. There was this one doctor. So when I was going through research today, I was reading on this guy, and I'll probably find it here, but there's this doctor, because, doctors, science. Back then, they thought that their process of science was the most advanced in the world, that it was cutting edge stuff, like stabbing people in the eyeball, and kind of just hammering the brain a little bit with the sword. Apparently made you normal again. Electroshock therapy. That was cutting edge shit. You know what I mean? You look at all the ways and all the things that they have done throughout the last just century. You look at the old documents and the old forms and diagrams of procedures, and you look at that, and they were advanced. And people trusted that science. People always think that, but there was this doctor, he studied the mind. He studied behavioral patterns. And what he did was he went and they called it hired, 8-month-old baby. And I can probably, and I think I know where it's at because I sent Ron the video. I can actually find the videos, and I'll try to find it over the weekend and then maybe play them on Monday, of this doctor recording some of his work, because I'm thinking this might have been, I don't know, but it was late enough to record it. So they would get this child, and they gave this child a pet rat. And they're studying behavioral patterns here now, right? So they get a super vulnerable young mind, because that is, when probably we are at the most intelligent stage of our life, right? Because we have no bias in our wanting to learn things brain. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I felt it, I felt it in my soul. And so he watched that this child was fearless with the rat. He watched the child not flinch, not cry, attempt to touch it. And the rat wasn't violent. It was a pet, right? And then so he started these different techniques, creating an exterior event. Anytime the rat did something particular, let's just say rubbed up on the kid's foot, they would have something and they would smash something in the room and create a very loud sound and startle the child every time that event happened. This was done a long time ago. And so they started doing certain things, and they realized that while they had this child with this rat, it got to the point to where as this child grew up, he hated the rat. He hated anything that was a white stuffed animal, because it was a white rat. It's pretty wild. They literally programmed that child and probably, in a way, downloaded that trauma in that child's brain for the rest of that child's life. And that child will probably go the remainder of their life always, if anything, noticing anything that's white that looks like a rat. You know what I mean? Oh, and when you look at things like that, wait. What did I say? I say something about people in the cabin? Effing Florida man, what's going on? How come leaving people alone in a cabin in the woods with unlimited booze has never been? That is deep. All right, effing Florida man is wondering why we just don't get a bunch of people, whole bunch of freaking booze, give them a real nice freaking cabin, probably a nice stereo system, maybe a pool, hot tub. Just saying. I think that's some of the best therapy that anybody could ask for. And I'm not going to lie, some of the best therapy I had in my life, it was at the perfect time, was when I played semi-pro football. Because that's when I was infested with this, like anger, you know what I mean? And I got to legally try to smash people's faces. It was the coolest thing in the world. You can't explain it, right? But you think about these experiments that were done independently, right? This doctor wasn't CIA. He wasn't part of no government agency. This was a doctor figuring out how to mastermind humans their thoughts, their brains, I would say at a very dangerous level. And so when you have somebody like that, and then you go and start looking at some of the experiments that the CIA does, you go look at the things freaking Hitler did. And I said it a million times, in order for one man to completely sway the thoughts and the minds of an entire country in such a short amount of time, where they actually they justify mass genocide. They justify it. How do you literally go in and twist somebody's brain and just change how they think almost overnight? I mean, incredible. So our thoughts, our minds have been at levels of experiments well beyond what we'll ever know. So when you think about the things that we've done and seen, let's just go the last 10 years, media, look at Facebook, what Facebook was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Facebook used to be super fun. Everybody was doing shows, things were happening. And, it was, man, you felt like you were involved, right? And now you look at social media after they learned, how to decide what they deem is going to be reality. And you look at it today and it is so different. It is a whole different feeling. It's almost kind of semi-excitement stuff, but then you're like, okay, you're just kind of scrolling through. It's not fun, and it should be. But it's gotten too deep down the political suppression, opinions, speech. And when you start dictating that and people only hear certain things, they become programmed to think those things that they hear. It's a simple behavioral, subliminal, subconscious type of download that we are part of every single day. Part of every single day. So, hold on. Let me pull this up here now. There was one story in here. Oh, it's Friday. Man, Phillips, damn you, bro. I told him, I says, hey, brother, listen. Here's one. I said, listen. I said, let me come over. I said, let me bring my freaking butter knife. You know what I mean? I said, let me take a look at the thing. And I said, let me talk to it. And I'll just give it a little boop. It's like a pressure release valve. You know what I mean? And then you just get 2 butter knives on each side of that little cut and push. Niagara Falls, baby. Infection out. Forget the antibiotics. Dr. Stucci. Thank you. So here's a story right here. And think about this as I go through it. It's not long. I'm not going to sit here and read. I hate reading on the radio. But it says in 1939, researchers Wendell Johnson and Mary Tudor conducted a study of stuttering in children and how to recover. And I got something to support this. The study involved 22 participants, all of whom were orphans. They were divided into 2 groups. One that constantly received positive feedback and praise for their fluency. However, the other group was subjugated to negative feedback and was treated very harshly for any verbal errors that they made. So disregarded that most kids actually just stopped talking. Kind of gets me angry because, the more research you do into human experimentation done by our own governmental agencies, they just went and cherry-picked people out of orphans. Who cares, right? You look at most people that are missing are people that were homeless. They're in the streets. People that can disappear. And before somebody even realizes that this person's gone, they're already processed. You know what I mean? They're already processed. Because if you're a runaway and you haven't been home for 4 months, you think anybody's going to notice you're gone for a whole nother freaking year? Nah, no. But after that, things took a turn for the worst. The participating children were not aware that they were being used for research purposes and were only told that they would receive speech therapy. A little girl ran away from the orphanage because things just got too stressful. According to the New York Times, these children have suffered psychological and emotional trauma for life because of the experiment. Did I miss a part? I read, I thought there was more to that, and maybe it was somewhere else, or maybe one of these other articles that I have up. Because when you sit there and degraded these children psychologically, right, you were just harsh on them. So they were trying to fix their stutter, and you were supposed to be their teacher, and every time that they stuttered, you would punish them. But with the other group of children, you reacted differently with them. And when you acted at a positive level and encouraged when they didn't stutter and not acknowledge when they did, they developed. They told me and Lisa, when my middle boy was a kid, they said that he would never talk. They encouraged Lisa and myself to start learning sign language. And we didn't believe it. We wouldn't accept it. We weren't parents in denial. We were parents that were actual parents, right? That's a big deal. We were parents that were actual parents. So when you're actually a parent, you know the behavioral patterns of your own children because you're around them every day. You know how they're going to react. You know how they communicate. You know how they talk and walk. And you know the way they sleep. You know the way they freaking chew Cheetos. They don't chew Cheetos in my house because we never gave them Cheetos. But, you know, if they did, we wouldn't accept it. And we wouldn't learn sign language. And we just kept pushing and encouraging our child. Not knowing psychologically what we were doing. It's just, that's how we do life. You know, and if it got to the point, we would realize it when the time was right and we would have made any adjustment we had to. But not realizing the psychological benefit to what we did, he didn't need to learn sign language. We didn't need to learn sign language. He started talking. He had some speech problems going up, and now he's in high school, and like 99% gone. And that's coming from a doctor, man from science. All these people that would always sit in a room every time we brought my child in for a checkup, like he was some kind of frickin' experiment, you know. He's on the autistic level. And they were all wrong. And think about it, though. Think about that simple study. Reward a difference in behavior, right? Or punish it. Do the exact opposite with the exact same, set of people and look at the results. One girl became a runaway. You know what I mean? Some of them literally went mute because of the mental freaking trauma, the psychological abuse. Shut them down. Compared to the ones that were rewarded, got better. Some of them spoke flawlessly. So when we know that as a society, is my point, right? I mean, it's that simple. We're trained that easily if we're allowed that in, right? If we allow that in, if we learn to recognize what's supposed to structurally destroy us, we can learn to adapt to that situation and learn how to not let it absorb into our sexy asses. You know what I mean? Because we be sexy as hell. It's no different than when we talked about the rice experiment. So if you're a piece of shit at home and you got kids, do not complain on social media and blame society for the behavior of your children when you are the ones that your children is a reflection of, right? And we're seeing more and more of this. It's like you follow the trend of technology and you look at how our everyone's a damn victim. Everybody. And I sit back and you go back. I mean, I have a list I got a list of all these different freaking psychological experiments that they did. Look at what they did with that little child, 9-month-old child with a rat. They made simple noises every time a rat touched something. They learned to startle him. Because when they learned that startling him created fear. Created fear. So if we want to talk about the grandest conspiracy, I wouldn't say it's 9/11. I wouldn't say it was anything we've ever talked about at all. I think the grandest conspiracy is the one that we are under right now. And it is at a global, absolute global level. The more and more and more research you do in regards to this, let me pull back up the chat so I can see. The more and more and more, I don't even know what I was going to say. That's why I'm trying not to look at the chat room. All I did was click a freaking tab on a computer and I'm gone. Where'd it go? Yo, rabbit. The more we understand, the more we know, the more we learn how to react. And it's a sinister, sinister world. It's dark. It's gross. It's disgusting. It really is. And it doesn't have to be that way. Absolutely not. I said this reference, and I probably just said it last week because I know I just said it to somebody. The Japanese culture, the way they raise their children, the children go to school, they farm their own vegetables. They prepare those same farmed vegetables for their lunch, understanding the nutritional benefits of those vegetables, and then they cook their damn food, and they eat it. You kidding me? You trying to get a kid these days to make their own freaking Hot Pocket. It's the difference in culture. It's the difference in societies. It's the difference on how information is distributed. It's a difference in what are we afraid of and what are we not. Because most of what we're afraid of in life is supposed to be the opposite. And that's why we're failing. We've learned to fear all the things that we need the most in life to become who we want to be. F, fear. God, I want to say it so bad. F, fear. When you understand that, you turn on the damn news, and you don't even watch it as news. You don't watch it as news. You watch it as motive behind the message. And then you find yourself, okay, this is the message. What kind of reaction do they want from me? What kind of reaction do they want from society? What kind of fear did that just generate? So every time we hear this word, we feel that fear. And when you hear that word over and over and over and over again, sooner or later, everybody, sooner or later will cave. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Understanding, Hegel's dialectic, the Hegelian dialectic, the problem, reaction, solution. You go back, Edward Bernays, the king of propaganda. I mean, you go and you start looking at the ways he did specific campaigns, and then he got involved in the political system. This dude literally trained societies to think differently overnight. And this is nothing new. It's not conspiracy. When you do radio, you have to do things. You have to have certain hooks. You have to have certain techniques to keep the minds, because we become all ADHD. I'm that way. I am that way. It takes me about 3 seconds to turn the channel. I got to hear something right off the damn bat. You know what I mean? That's just how we are. You watch the news. What does the news want? They don't care about making sure you guys get the truth. They care about how many of you people are going to be watching pissed off so they can get paid. That's all it is. And we have been the biggest lab rat in the history of human freaking beings. 100 across the board. With the amount of technology we have now, with this thing that we call science, with the different types of information, studies, monitoring, data logs, analogs, all this tracing information. Shit. They know what we're going to do next year. And we claim to be independent. We claim to be free. That's how, it's so crazy it is. I got a high stress job, man. I got a lot of employees. We got a lot going on. And yet I make it through every single day. Every single day I make it through and I stay right there. Sometimes I go up a little bit. Sometimes I want to slap somebody. I'm their leader. And when you go back and you can either create fear and create a negative result and get runaways, or you can reinforce in a positive way and create like a family thing, right? Understanding this is how you get people you represent through crises. And we've had a lot this year, especially with this damn ass virus shit. So you see the difference. You do see it. When you understand it, you actually start practicing it differently in your life. And then you start representing in a different way. And you realize at the end of the day, because now you're investing differently, you're doing it differently, you're seeing it differently. And before you know it, what would throw most people off the cliff in a stressful situation, you just glided right through that shit. Like, that's all you got? Shit. We got this. And that's how you become. It's not a bad thing. You got to be smarter than the game. And you're not going to be 100%, but you got to be smarter than the game. So anyways, Carly Sagan, what's going on? She says, exactly. I cannot even watch the news at all. Timothy, what's happening, brother? Leslie says the only New Year's resolution I ever made because I was dead serious about it. Well, what New Year's resolution was that? Save my sanity, my TV. All right. So anyways, again, brother Ron Phillips, man, we love the hell out of you. Romika Designs, man, I'm going to tell you something. Between Romika and the tumblers, with all the things that Ron can do with the 2 lasers he has now, we got the clothing side. We're launching a whole bunch of shit. It's just a lot. I just had to master this first, man, and we're rocking and rolling, man. This is keeping us really busy. But between Ryan and myself, his family and my family, man, you guys, you always support the things that we do. And I couldn't tell you how much we really, truly appreciate it. We all work hard, and we all try to make things happen in a country where we're losing these opportunities. And they seem to be going away by the wayside, and things are just weird. So when you see people, small businesses, support them, and just give them some love, even if it's my pack of gum from them, But everything you guys have done for us, and the orders through Omeka and Insane Custom Tumblers, Audrey, freaking Audrey, Blue Alien, what up, ladies? We're grateful for you guys, man. It's Friday night. I wanted to come and hang out with you guys tonight. I have no idea where I just went my brain. I'll watch back and probably get mad at myself. But, Jamie, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, just give them all that. Guys, when you're walking down the street and you see somebody that kind of bother you, just kind of give them that's the abnormal FU. How you doing? You know what I mean? Walk into a restaurant, go to the hostess, be like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Go to your frickin' teacher at school, say, how you doing? Go to your boss. How you doing? Folks, I love the hell out of you. Abnormalrealities.com, RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. You badasses have a good weekend. We love you. We thank you. Big hugs to everybody. All right, stay warm, stay healthy, stay good. God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless the United States of America, folks. Until Monday night. Love you guys. Boom. Out. All right, kids. All right, let's see. Leslie, Timothy, Carly, Doug, Mary. Who else we got up in here? Barbara D, what up, girl? Effing Florida, man. Want to make sure I'm getting everybody. Everybody give me a quick shout out. I'm going to be hanging up. You guys are all badasses. Have a great weekend, everyone. Great show as always. Thank you, Timothy. All right, love you guys. By the way, atmospheric injections, it's real. It's a real thing. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I just kind of need a hug. Jamie Christopher, she said, I thought you said you were continuing. You know what? I got a whole bunch. You know what I'm probably going to do, though? Oh, shit. Oh, the monkey experiments. 1969 at University of Michigan. Let me see. They used monkeys to observe the consequences of drug abuse to conduct whether addiction can occur outside of humans. Man, so you're getting monkeys high? Son of a bitches. I got a whole bunch of them here. Damn it. Midnight Climax. Midnight Climax was actually an operation where they went and set up this room for prostitutes to go get people because they were trying to recruit people for MK Ultra. They're trying to find some people that they could recruit to go do these LSD experiments. So what they did was they set up this room, hired all these prostitutes, and they went out and they searched for certain types of clientele, brought them back to this room. CIA people were on the other side of the mirror and they watched the whole party. They just sat there and watched, and they're looking for specific behaviors and some people that get the people drugged, and most of the time probably kidnap them or give them the opportunity to be part of something. But yeah, MK Ultra, I probably would have volunteered, if they needed somebody, because I know people, right? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Really, I'm not. Keeping people awake, Doug says. Pretty wild shit. And there's another one too that the Russian experience where they fed the kids. It was oatmeal and it was radiated. So that shit glowed. You know what I mean? And they wanted to see how much these disabled children could eat with radiated oatmeal before it killed them. Science, bitches. You know what I'm saying? Science. So anyways, what about the sick treatment thing? Which one is that? Which one, Jamie? Oh, the shock treatment. I actually have that up too. We may have to continue the conspiracy stuff in the next week because I got the shock treatment. I got a whole bunch of different things here. And then we can even go into them spraying over towns in the United States, different viruses. But I want to talk about something modern where, like in Australia and Africa, I think, those are the two countries that actually sprayed vaccines over an entire effing town. So we'll go through some of that. But anyways, Leslie says, sometimes I wonder what's keeping God from saying enough. He's been incredibly patient with his children. It's all a test. That's what it is. It's all a test. Some make it, Leslie. We're going to make it. We're good. Hey, Jesus. My man. That's all part of the test, is that we live in a world of temptation. And that's why I'll criticize the shit out of the authenticity of Adam and Eve, but I will never criticize the truth behind the moral of the story. And that's our fight, Les. That's our fight. So every time we go out in public, every single direction we look, there's that apple. Every single advertising, fast food, every single thing is those red shiny apples. And most of them have really toxic consequence, a result to that behavior, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, they've done malls. They have sprayed subway systems. Yeah, it's just wild. So when you look at it like that, Leslie, that's all meant to be there. And our true testament of our faith is how we overcome that, able to step outside of this reality and kind of see things differently. And people give me crap all the time for being in the paranormal, but yet I have probably a greater connection with God than most of the people that criticize me. So I love you guys. I'll tell you one thing. I'm ready to go home. No fear of that. Home? What? What? You mean like you might be at the mall right now or something? You want to go home, right? Where your bed is and your sexy ass old man, right? Waiting for mama. So, all right, kids. What did Timothy say? Why do they experiment on mentally challenged people? That's a good question. You know what, Timothy? We could go over a whole bunch of different things because I used to talk about this stuff all the time way back in the day when I was doing EBN talk radio. And I did some of it when I was doing the Situation Room. I forgot some of the things that I've actually, like the, what virus was that with the microsyphilis, the Zika virus. Went way down that rabbit hole, man. And you want to talk about, that's a truth most of the world don't want to know. Not saying that I have the truth on it, but there's some really conflicting things in regards to microsyphilis in the certain areas that the major outbreaks were at. Bill Gates releasing a whole bunch of laboratory freaking style mosquitoes and into the public, and then people being born with disabled children. And you can actually go online and buy that. And we did it on a show one time where I did a screen share, and I went right to the site, and you can buy a vial of Zika virus for like $480. I went all the way to checkout, right to where they're ready to take my credit card and everything. I could have had a freaking vial of Zika virus sent right to my house. But I remember during that one time, and we spent billions of dollars, and they're talking vaccines, and I think that was kind of the test run, right? It was pure panic. I remember when the first Zika virus has made it to Florida, and you can get it through an STD. Stop screwing, right? You go back now and you monitor that and researching the different, the human experiments that have been done on the human mind and behavioral patterns, the psychology of people. And then you go back and watch the whole Zika thing. Go back and watch it from the beginning to the end and watch the narratives, the shift in narratives. The big announcement when they got the first case in the United States, Obama coming forward, throwing a bunch of money from Congress at him, talking about a vaccine. And yet at that same time, you can go online and order the stupid ass shit. Never made sense, right? So Jamie Wormwood is worth watching. I've watched it a few times. Hey, I'm telling you, Jamie, we can go down that road. Watch Wormwood. What is Wormwood? DTaP vaccine. Yep. Kinsey has microcephaly. And so that's the same thing, right, Carly? Same thing. Microcephalus. Was I saying it wrong? I might have been. No, man. I think we both are, MMX. Come on, bro. Come on. Bring it in. Come on. Yeah, and a lot of babies, they had the size, not natural size heads. So, yeah, pretty wild stuff. And, Monsanto had stuff to do with that. Bill Gates' mosquitoes had stuff to do with that. It was in areas where the only source of water people had was the natural water sources, riverways, creeks, canals, lakes, that were all saturated with pesticides from testing grounds in areas. And so, you don't want some of those companies being called out for causing something so crazy. So come up with mosquitoes and bats. So anyways, I love you guys. You guys have a smaller head circumference. And am I referring, so there is a difference then. So you're referring to the smaller head, and I'm referring to the larger head. So it probably would be a small difference because the ones in South America they're getting bigger heads. What about the guy that created Roundup? Bingo, Jamie. Bingo. Right there. End of story. Yeah, man. So there's so many different rabbit holes. I don't know, man. I found my place. And I'm pretty comfortable. I love you too, Miss Leslie. I found my place, and I think a lot of you guys have too, and I think that's kind of why you're here, and you tolerate some of the crazy shit I say, because that's never going to stop. I can't control it. I got Tourette's of the mouth. That's what I got. I told Ron that last week. I got Tourette's of the mouth. I listen back to some of our shows, and I get just pissed off on some of the things I say on the shows. I'm like, hell no, I didn't just say that. I did. Oh, my God, I'm pissed. We were driving out to Minnesota. I had to stop listening to our shows. I was getting mad at myself. It don't matter. I can't control it. It's Tourette's of the mouth. And it is what it is. So, and you can't be that normal to be all right with it. You know what I mean? And, man, I'm personally grateful because knowing that there's people just as weird as me out there, that's you guys. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? Leslie says, we don't tolerate you. We're right there with you. Hell yeah, you girl. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Love you guys. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. Man, thank you guys for your patience. It's been a rough few weeks, man. It's been a rough couple months. I ain't lying. But Ron is on the way up to health, and just get that elbow taken care of, and and he'll get some good rest this weekend. And this COVID crap and the colds and the upper respiratory and get a little scratchy throat, you got to just lose your shit. But be good, be safe, invest properly with the right people and emotions and situations. And we will catch all you guys next week. Do not forget, hey, we got Beaver Show coming up tomorrow. What the hell time is it on? It's like 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Central. Jamie, what the hell time is it on? Prayers and good thoughts for you, Ron. Feel better. Go to mojo50.com. Damn it with Beaver. The interview got messed up last week. It's radio. It's technical stuff. It happens all the freaking time. So it's playing tomorrow. And it's going to be on 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Just go to Mojo50 Radio. Look it up on our heart or go to the website. And you can catch the interview I did with our girl. Damn it. With Beaver. Yeah. 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central. Oh, there she is. What? How come I didn't see you? All right. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central Time, Mojo50 Radio. Damn it, with Beaver. Interviews. The emotional meatball. The freaking Stucci. All right, kids. Love you. See y'all Monday. Probably chat with some of you over the weekend. All right, peace out. I'm out.